Hey there, it's your brother from another mother, Evil Aniki, and it's time for another Last Week in Anime. So, the last week there's been a bunch of anime updates that have come out, but first of all, this was a big weekend for a bunch of con goers. There was Sin City Anime, Snafu Con, Uwu Con, Anime Pasadena. I believe there was a Collecticon in Houston, and there was a lot of anime conventions around the world. And yeah, huge shout out to all the people who went out to cons this weekend. It is it was a big con weekend. Usually, a lot of cons tend to line up on the same weekend. And if you guys are trying to find cons in your area and you want to find more cons, I highly recommend checking out animecons.com. They've got this wonderful calendar. You can also search it by regions, like here, North America, USA, Canada, Europe, whatever. And you can just search. But yeah, look at this. There's just so many cons that happened this past weekend. And yeah, I was going to go to Anime Pasadena. I ended up not feeling so well, so I stayed in. But anyone who went to Anime Pasadena, let me know what happened. I saw some big new. They usually have giant inflatable things outside the convention center. I've gone the last couple years in a row, and I just wasn't feeling it. I was a little under the weather, and yeah. But there was one other event that I was really interested in, and it didn't happen here in America. It happened in Korea. So let me load up the images for that. And yeah, this is an interesting one. So I grabbed these off of LinkedIn. So in Korea, there was this new event. Let me see if I can find a better image of it. And it is called Hoyoland. And this is it's just basically a giant Hoyoverse themed convention that happened in Korea, and it was massive. They had like a giant outdoor stage. They had a bunch of like exhibits with PlayStation and I guess this is a Samsung, and look at this. They've got Ellen there. This is just crazy. They had a bunch of cosplayers. This was a really, really big event, a big milestone for them. I think this was, again, a lot of cosplayers. I think this was, it was a huge turnout as well. And I'm shocked there's not more news about this on Western, media because this was a big event. I mean, this looks so cool. I really wish they could bring half of this level of production to like LA themselves, and I hope they do. I mean, look at this. They had like all these custom food items, and it's just really cool. There's a few videos that I actually want to pull up from this event as well. Let me see if I can get that open, and I'll be sure to link these videos down in the description below. I want to make sure these people get credited. So this one is from Aju Press, your window into Korea. And this is just some of the stuff they had going on inside. I'm muting the audio just because. But this is really cool. There wasn't much video of this. I could only find a few. There was a bunch of panels, and one of the channels filmed some of the panels. And there was some other stuff there that was pretty interesting. I really want to go to Korea. I want to go to some Korean conventions. Honkai was really big there, and we'll get to that in just a second. And this is the panels they had. They had a bunch of panels. And yeah, that was cool. This is this is crazy. So I don't speak Korean, but I'll be sure to link this video down below. They had a drone show at the end of the night, and I think this might be the same drone show they had for the Zenless Zone Zero in Santa Monica, because it kind of looks the same at the end with how it goes down. And this was all Honkai Star Rail themed. This is cool. Uh, I actually think it's just Hoyoverse themed in general. I don't know if it's Honkai. I think it's mainly Honkai though. I don't know. I think there was some Genshin characters in here. Uh, I think that's Honkai. I don't know. I don't know my Honkai and Genshin very well. I'm gonna be honest, guys. I'm more of a ZZZ guy. I think this is some. I have no idea. You could tell me that's uh, you know Genshin, and I wouldn't know. I'm just clicking through to show some of the coolest parts. I mean, this looks so cool. Um, but one of the really cool things that happened at this event uh, is this, and I'll link this channel down below as well. Again, it's in Korean. I don't know exactly what their channel name is, but it's like this weird Star Rail XR thing where you get in this giant pod, and it's just like a VR like movable chair thing. This is so cool. I really want to know what this looks like on the inside. This is cool. If this is the future of like gaming, This is cool. This is getting to the point where we're gonna be doing like those gaming pods that you always see in like isekais or like trapped in video game scenarios or there's so many of them in the manhwa. But again, I'll have this one linked down below. This is really cool. Going into the next segment, though, I want to talk about some actual anime news. So it's come out that Crunchyroll is going to be launching over 40 different anime on YouTube Premium channels, which is a pretty big deal. I feel like this is kind of signaling that they're like trying to reach. I don't know. This is weird to me because Crunchyroll wants to stay like this premium source for anime videos, but at the same time, they're expanding onto YouTube. And I think they're like they've also earlier this year they expanded onto Amazon. I think is what this article said. And it's interesting that they're doing this. And I do know with the Amazon one, you sort of have to have like a weird click through thing where you have to have like a Crunchyroll account to view the content or something like that. I don't remember. I saw it once and I was like, I don't really understand this and I'm not going to deal with it. And I wonder if it'll be the same for YouTube. It's interesting that they're trying to get their content more out there, but also I feel like this is going to just dilute the sources of where you can get content from. And I don't know if it's a good idea overall. It might bring them some revenue, but again, not sure if this is the best idea. But continuing on to more anime news, we have this this is just a rumor. I don't know if I don't think this is confirmed, but Nikkei Goddess of Victory TV anime adaptation is greenlit according to undisclosed sources. This is coming from Anime Tsunami on Twitter. I don't know if this is true. Who knows? I would love this to be true. I would hope that they get, I would love to have like a Nikkei 24 episode anime. I don't know if they'll get 24 episodes. Maybe 12. I think the Blue Archive series is 12 episodes, so it makes sense that it'd be around that. And Nikkei is a really prime candidate for getting an anime. They have a lot of lore. There's a lot to pull from, and it just makes a lot of sense. And I'm pumped for it. But speaking about anime characters and waifus, uh, the Vatican decided to release a new mascot for the 2025 year. I think her name's Lucy or Lucy. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. It's this little blue and yellow girl here, and they did this like maybe just like a few days after my last video for last week in anime. And this is interesting. There's a lot of memes coming out about this. A lot of Helsing memes. It's like you're from the Vatican, huh? And then I mean, she looks like Rey from Evangelion. So there's I mean, she's even holding like the spear of Longulus almost. So it's kind of there's a lot of funny memes going on around her, and it's cute. It's a cute design. I think this is a smart move on the Vatican part. I think this is Jeff definitely or like resonating with the youth, and I think it was a good idea. I think this like I mean it's crazy that they did this. This is a very you know straight like it's so strange. This was not on my list of things that would ever happen, and it's happened. And but shout out to the Vatican. I think this was a smart move. This is definitely gonna like entice people. I mean, it's cute. She's a cute character. People are gonna love it. Um, but let's get into some more cute things, which we're going to be going into Gacha. So, in Gacha news, there was a few Gacha games that came out. So, Starseed, Asina Trigger just came out. I'm going to check this out. I haven't had a chance to play it. It's not on PC, it's only on mobile. So, I don't really know if I can record it for you guys. But, new Gacha game. And yeah, I mean typical waifu game. I want to check out a bunch of these. I want to get making more content for like Gacha games on my gaming channel. Shout out to my gaming channel. You can find all the links down below. But also Pokemon has come out with a new Gacha game for their TCG Pocket. I believe that's what it's called, Pokemon TCG Pocket. And it's kind of like I don't even know how you describe it. It's like you can open digital packs and then you can like keep them in your inventory, but you can pay to get more packs faster, but you get free packs every day. And then you can get like this, like you can move around the card art, and it's interesting. It's interesting. I think this is their idea to deal with like, you know, this new gotcha game. Like everything's going digital, and I think Pokemon wants to go digital, and they've really, really tried to go digital because I mean they've been offering those QR codes for the longest on their in Pokemon packs, and I think this is going to be big. I think this is going to be get addicting. I think it's going to like definitely resonate with collectors who don't necessarily maybe they can't have Pokemon cards because they're either they travel a lot or they just don't want to like spend the ridiculous amounts of money for a physical product. That they don't want I mean because it's a gotcha game. At the end of the day, it's a gotcha. Um, I think it's a smart idea. I don't know. I'm gonna check it out. I haven't played it yet, but it's interesting. But speaking of card games, Bushi Road has just announced that there's going to be a Godzilla card game coming out next year to celebrate the series' 70-year history. And it looks cool. I mean, card games are all the rage. Everything's coming out with a card game these days. Like I think Gundam got announced for a card game earlier this year, and it like immediately like sold out in like the first couple hours, which is ridiculous. But yeah, here's their homepage. Is there anything here in particular? No. The card art looks cool. I'm wondering how it'll do. It'll probably do well. Godzilla is really big, especially in Japan, and this is only for Japan at the moment. I don't know if it's going to get an English release yet, but I mean it's Bushi Road, so I'm imagining it'll come soon. Speaking of cards, I was really expecting Union Arena to be having the localization for the Nikkei set already, but they haven't, and I don't know what's going on for that. But yeah, it's kind of weird. Um, Also, let's go into. But speaking of games, we're gonna go into the next one, which is Showa American Story. This is a new trailer that came out. This is a fun-looking game. It's not necessarily anime. It's very anime inspired though. It's the trailer's in Japanese at the moment. It kind of feels like Dead Rising, but if it was made for like anime fans. Let me just skip to some of the action here. Warning: this is gonna be a little graphic because it's a zombie game. But yeah, it's basically like if like America got taken over by Japan, and so now like Washington's like Neo Tokyo 3 or 4 or something like that, and it's just an interesting vibe. I think at some point in here they're like the president watches anime at 6:30 p.m. every day and he can't be disturbed, and it's like just kind of funny. It looks cool. I mean, it looks fun. I want to get to where's the combat. Uh, there's a section with like a drill. Yeah, here. Yeah, very bloody. It's a zombie game, obviously. Yeah, she's got a drill, so it's very Gurren Lagann. I'm pretty sure everything in this is very anime. I think all the quests are going to be very anime related. Super cool. Excited for this. I'll probably check it out. I'm not really one into like to play zombie games in general. But this seems interesting. It looks cool. And then let me see. The last story I think I'm going to talk about. Maybe not so much a story but just going over Ami Ami. So, I want to try and keep this video unique. And I've covered a bunch of stories, but I want to do like maybe like just talk about anime in general. And so I wanted to go over some of like the anime figures that have just come out for pre-release or pre-order on Ami Ami. So 2.5D Dimension Girls is getting some figures here, which is cool. I was scrolling through this a bit ago, and there's some cool stuff in here. Like this mimic Freerin plushie, really cute. Would love to get one of those. But there was some specific ones here. This Burger Girl looks really cute. Come on, load more. There was also some there's some ZZZ. Let's see. There's a lot of good figures coming out. There's some Nikkei stuff coming out. Let's look at some of the Nikkei stuff here. I think this is mostly posters and stuff. I did see some Dan to Dan. Let me see if I can find that again. Looks like there's some Azur Lane as well. Uh, Man, I love getting pre-orders, but like, man, it is figures are getting expensive, guys, and especially with like the changes that Nendoroid wants to do to their packages. I don't know if I'm going to be ordering Nendroids so much in the future because I don't really like that mechanic. Where was the Dan to Dan one? Um, Come on. You're making me look bad, guys. I probably passed it. You guys saw it. Let's open another one of these Burger Girls. They're safe for work, I'm pretty sure. Let me just search for Dan. There we go. Why did the... Here we go. Here, there's a few figures, actually. So Burger Girl, this is super cute. Look at this. She's like some kind of weird McChicken thing. I don't know. Burger fairies. This is a cute line. I think this was a garage kit, and now it's getting an actual figure, which is cute. And I think I had opened up another one somewhere around here. Hey, look at this one. I like this one a lot. I like the black box. I wish you could have some close-ups here. Yeah, super cute. And then, yeah, Billy's getting a figure from Zenless Zone Zero. This is cool. I'm sure there's plenty of ZZZ figures coming out at this point. But let's get to... And then here's this new... This is a new acrylic from Aniki, Goddess of Victory. This is cool. I like how they're having the stats on the side here, level 200, so, and full stars. I don't know if it's fully max. I mean, they got 10 10 10, and I don't think it's fully maxed out because that. This is a cool thing. I like this. I haven't seen this section before. I'm sure they've been out for a while. It looks like there's a bunch of them, but this is cool. It's cool. Crown is getting this. Let's see what the other things. Looks like they're coming out with some new... Is this folders? I think these might be folders. And then what is this? This is an acrylic block. I have one of these from their event, their pop-up shop that they had in Japan. Um, it's kind of like thick. It's pretty heavy. This one looks a lot nicer than the one I have. And then here's those Dadan figures. This one looks cool. How much is this one going for? $50, $60. That's not bad. I mean, with shipping, it's probably going to be like 70. So this is not a bad figure at all. It's cool looking. Let's look at the other two. This one is 40. With shipping, it'd probably be like 50. Maybe we can get it cheaper if it gets, becomes like a prize figure of something like at around one. Looks cool. How about this other one? This one is also 40. So again, with shipping, probably like $10. This one looks nice too. Super excited for that. Yeah, these are cool looking figures. But that leads me, to the end of this video. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you guys liked this last week in anime. There was a bunch of different stories that came out. Yeah, and I'll be checking out a bunch of new Gacha games, and I've got some events I'm going to be going up to soon. Jujutsu Kaisen is going to be having an IRL event that I talked about last week. I'm going to be going to that. It's going to be coming up, and then Nikkei's having a pop-up as well the weekend after that. So the next 2 weekends are going to be pretty busy for me. I know AX Chibi's coming up. I'm not going to be going to that. And that's going to be it for me today. Be sure to like and subscribe. And if I have that hype feature on my video yet, please sure to hype this video up, guys. It would really mean a lot to me. But that's it for today. Bye-bye and have a good one. Cha-cha.